Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. First day of my weekend. So I'm super excited to do nothing today, which I can't because it's just too damn hot to do anything. It's just too hot. Yep. I tried darkest. I tried many times the coffee and tea mixed together and I just can't. I just can't. I want to and I can't. Mika, hello, we missed you. How are you? I'm trying to get through Fozzie's texts or comments or whatever, but I think he's intoxicated, guys. I might be wrong. Unless I take it out of context. I just think that we should have an entire intoxicated stream one day. I don't know. I hope he comes today and gives me AC. It was the motherboard. So he's getting a new motherboard. And Donald looked at the pictures of the motherboard and he said it's not the worst he's ever seen. Uh-huh. Donald's been working on these furnaces for 24 years, I think he said, or 42. Let's just say 42. Hi, Linus. How are you? Mika. Maybe, maybe it will help. I don't know. Elizabeth, welcome. Strap in. Lori's back. Hi, Lori. Yeah, the heat wave has been brutal. I'm just thinking my AC will be fixed the day my computer is shipped back, the day that I can click on my little thing on YouTube to have memberships again. Hi Mel. You are Mel. You are not Melissa. When I talk about Melissa, that's Melissa. Hi Alice. Hi Heather. And there's CJ. And who was first? I didn't even look. Darkest? Yes, Darkest was first. Good job. Sally. Becca's here. Did I miss anybody? If I miss somebody, say hi again, and then I'll say hi back. And I didn't see her, but hi, Kelly. Coffee and Kahlua, yes. Yes. If you hear my cat screaming in the background, there's really nothing I can do about it. Hi, Steve. I mean, I was hot today, so I put on a pair of capris. So they're like half pants. They just go down to like the bottom of the knee. And not thinking, these capris tied at the bottom. There's little ties at the bottom. So that was just my bad. You can't, all the blood that happened afterwards was my fault. You can't wear strings when you have so many cats running around. Oh, good. They are just going at it back there. They're just playing, but man, I'm scared to see what everything looks like behind me when the stream is over. But if it's broke, I'll fix it. Right? They're having fun. My doggie's right here. So that's all that matters. She's fine. I have no animal anything in this video today. That was enough the other day. I don't want any more for a long, 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 long time. I was started with Judge Khan again. There was a dog case, and I'm like, poof, I just shut it off right away. Went somewhere else. I didn't even hear what was going on. I don't want to hear nothing that has to do with animals, like almost never again. We're going to, Lori, if it's about a shirt, I think it's about your shirt. You need to know what color. I'm getting there. I can't open Discord and this at the same time because I'm scared my stream won't last. Good morning. Good morning. So we're going to start with Shackleford today. And she's got a good one in there. Poor thing. She handles it fine. He he suffers for his attitude. But let's just dive right in. She's in high metal rolls. See what I didn't call you metal? I said high metal rolls. See, I didn't say it. It's over now. I'm not going to say it anymore. But I want to, David. I want to. Hi, Cha. Darkest did it for me. Darkest, thank you. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is Michigan, I think, right? Isn't Shackleford in Michigan? Yes. Yes.
All right. Have a good day. All right. And then we have 22-2309, the People versus Mac Glasper.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Glasser. Waive reading of the complaint, stand mute. He's going to enter into a plea, Your Honor, where he's going to plead guilty to the fail to display. He's got 2 tickets that are in default that we're asking the court for some relief on. There are multiple holds. He is unemployed. He's asking for any kind of relief that he could get from the court. He's been in custody 1 day on this case.
We'll get credit for that. Mr. Glasper, do you want to serve days in jail to waive your fines and costs? Is that a no? I can't hear. You're muted over there. Hold on. Ask them to unmute your iPad. You're muted. There we go. I'm muted. Sir, is that a no?
Leave him muted.
Warrants. You're not going anywhere, Mr. Glasper.
No, I don't want to serve. I know I don't want to serve time for tickets. No, ma'am, I don't. I'm sorry that I.
All right. Well, it's not. There's also a misdemeanor, but you're not going anywhere anyway. You have tickets out of Dearborn, or I don't know what they are. You have holds out of Dearborn, MSP South, MSP North, Novi, Inkster, and Westland. So you're not going anywhere anyway. You've got 5 or 6 other courts to go to. You understand that?
No, I don't, ma'am. I didn't even know I had the warrants at all. And I'm going to try to pay all my tickets. I paid for my license. I don't even know how my license is suspended. Could you please just give me
I know how your license is suspended. You literally have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 warrants. So,
yeah, ma'am, I didn't know because I wasn't living at that Duncan address. My landlord lost the house. I've been homeless. Like, please, right. I got 2 kids I gotta get home to.
Well, I can't let you out. Those aren't my holds. Those aren't my court. You have to go see all these other judges. So on this case, you were charged with a driving while license suspended. The prosecutors offered you a reduction down to fail to display. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100 plus court costs and statutory fees. Do you understand that?
I really don't, ma'am. But honestly, could I please just pay on my...
No, Mr. Glasper, listen to me. What don't you understand about what I just said?
Everything. I didn't even know that I got these tickets, ma'am. I didn't know about none of this. I didn't stay at the house.
You have a ticket. Listen to me. Did you go over your constitutional rights with your lawyer?
Yeah,
yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand your rights?
Oh, this shit is crazy. Oh. Man, they here treat me like an animal with tickets. That's all I got is tickets, and I will try to pay them.
Well, what you have? I don't know what you have. All I know from looking at this is you have a problem making it to court. But because it doesn't tell me what the charges are. It just tells me where you have holds on. And you have holds in Dearborn, MSP South, MSP North, Novi, Inkster, Westland, and in Detroit. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I never received none of the mail because I didn't live at that house.
Okay. All right. Listen. So on this case, Mr. Glasper, did you go over your constitutional rights with your lawyer?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am. I guess, yes. This shit is crazy, though.
You understand you have a right to an attorney, and Mr. Gazicki's here representing you today. Do you understand that?
Oh, this is great.
Do you understand that, Mr. Glasper?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. And you understand you're here today because you have a charge for driving while suspended. So it's a driving on a suspended license misdemeanor. And that's punishable by up to 90 days and a fine of up to $500. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am, I do. It's no way that you can contact the rest. I didn't know about these other warrants, ma'am. I'm not.
So, sir, you also have 2 tickets. You have a ticket from December 28th for prohibited right or left turn. And then you have a double parking ticket as well. And that's from July 20th of 23. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do now, but man, like, please, if y'all help me, like, they in here treat me like an animal.
I cannot, I know, Mr. Glasper, you have to deal with those other issues at other courts. I can't release you. Listen to me. I only have control over cases that are in front of me. You have to go see a judge in Inkster. You have to go see a judge in Dearborn. You have to go see a judge in Novi. You have to go see a judge in Westland unless they release you on a bond. And that has nothing to do with what you're here for today. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. So I'm saying it's a possibility that I can be released. I gotta get to my daughter, man. I am a single dad.
Actually, you know how freaking annoying double parkers really are? They are freaking annoying, especially when there's room right down the street that they could just park at. So, yeah, keep him in jail. He's a double parker.
Mr. Glasper, you just told me you were homeless. Where's your and you're a single dad? Is your daughter homeless?
I said I'm a single dad. I live with my mother right now, man. I stay with my mother.
All right. Mr. Glasper, there's a reduction on this case where the prosecutor's willing to reduce it to a failing to display a valid license. Are you interested in that plea at all?
Yes.
All right, and that's still a misdemeanor. You could get up to 90 days and you could get a fine of up to $100 plus statutory costs and court costs. You understand that?
Yes, I really don't.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I really don't, but yeah, can I make a call to my mama, please?
Listen, okay, I'm not going to take a plea. We're not doing a plea today. He doesn't understand. Mr. Glasper, he doesn't understand. So, Mr. Glasper, I just want to tell you your constitutional rights. You have a right to a trial. And at the trial, you have the following rights. To call witnesses to speak for you at trial, and you can get an order signed by the court to require the witnesses to come to court. You have a right to see, hear, and question all the witnesses against you at trial. You have a right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent. If you chose not to be a witness on your own behalf, the prosecuting attorney could not comment on your refusal to testify. And you also have a right to be presumed innocent until you are proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Ma'am, so like, what is the next step? I just gotta stay here forever?
Sir, I don't know. I don't know what's happening on those other cases. You'll have to see other judges, and whether you do it via Zoom, whether you're transported to county, whether the police department calls all of those departments to find out if they want you. I mean, I don't have an answer for you. A lot of these cases have bonds. You could post bonds, or you could see a judge. I mean, I can't tell you what's happening at other courts, Mr. Glasper, because I don't have that information.
Do I have a bond right now?
Anything, Mr. Gazicki, with respect to bond?
Your Honor, I think at the discretion of the court, I understand he has multiple warrants. I'd still ask for a personal bond considering his traffic, but.
Yeah, it's traffic. And generally I would give a personal bond on this, but it's a little concerning when I have someone in front of me that has 10 18 warrants.
I can understand.
In come to court. So we'll get him a court date expedited. Sir, you have a $300 cash bond. You are to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any new crimes while released. You're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number, and you cannot operate a motor vehicle without a valid license.
Man, if I I don't even know what to say. I understand. And I really didn't know about. I'm not a bad person. I got 2 kids. I've been trying to work on life, work and stuff like that. I'm not a bad person, ma'am. I'm not trying to duck and dodge y'all or anything. I will come to court. I have no problem with that.
Mr. Glasper, I never said you're a bad person.
Oh, you're a bad person. I'll say it. I don't know why he's not allowed to drive without a valid license when everybody else drives without a valid license.
I don't think you're a bad person. I don't know anything about you. All I know is that I see someone in front of me who has 18 warrants all over Wayne County, and I have to make a decision as to whether or not I think you're a flight risk, and you are. This case has been warrant status for over a year, so it's a $300 cash bond, and we'll set you a court date.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
I'm 100% sure the last person I would call if I was in jail was my mom. I'd probably call Fozzie. Speaking of, I go to court in a couple hours. So if I don't stream tomorrow, I'm in jail, guys. Do not bail me out. I do not want out. And Kelly, I already said hi to you, and you know how I hate saying hi to you multiple times in one stream. So I can't do it again. Hi, security. No, remember that time I was driving to work, I got pulled over, and I showed her my insurance, and she said she had to call the insurance company to verify that my insurance was valid or whatever, but it was a Sunday, so the insurance company was closed, so they towed my car. Well, yeah, I pleaded not guilty to that ticket because I absolutely have insurance. I don't drive without insurance. So I have court for that in a couple hours. And I don't know if I'm going to wear my shorts with my ripped t-shirt or a swimming suit or a ball gown. And I'm not really sure yet if I'm going to go Sav sit. I was traveling, or if, I'm going to cry. However, there's a new bingo excuse later today, guys. Guys, I have a video coming out later today that is so good. Just try to see it. It's going to be like 30 minutes long, and it's so good. Yes, I'm going to record with my cell phone while I'm in there so you guys can tank top. That's probably a good idea. Tube top and Daisy Dukes. Yep. Oh, shit, I need a baby. Okay, Donald, I won't take a baby to court. That's so cliche. I'll take 3 kittens and a dog. I'm just going to ask her why she thinks she has jurisdiction over me. Yeah. Oh, wait a second, Darkest. You're onto something here. If I walk away from the bailiffs, they'll tackle me? Really? Guys, I'm going to get tackled. I hope I don't get tased, though. I don't want to get tased, but I wouldn't mind getting tackled. Oh, I'm starting work on Wednesday at a new job. Yes. I need a baby. Can't go to court in a ball gown without a baby. Hi, Edward. Are you, though? Did you really miss anything? You did. Judge Shackleford is great, but you probably already saw that clip somewhere else, so it's not a big deal. Let's see where we're going next, guys. Oh, we're going to Stacia. Stacia. Just please, everybody, tell me if I am pronouncing her name right.
That's it.
All right. On the record in State of Michigan versus Jerry Jamar Gary, 2401424FY.
Yeah. In case you didn't get that, his name is Jerry Gary. His parents must date him. Jerry Gary.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Stephen Feigelson on behalf of Jerry Gary this afternoon, Your Honor. Our office does represent him on the underlying matter. I believe Mr. Sartz is his attorney.
All right. And you are Jerry Gary.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Gary, you're before the court because you failed to attend your preliminary exam on June 20th, despite me reminding you of it on June 16th. Any good reason why you can't just show up for court?
I was in the hospital, Westboro, and I was on. Yes, I was. I was on antibiotics, and so it's like I don't know what the spider did, but my whole both my knees they just started forming pus or something like that.
That's a bingo card. I can't go to court because a spider bit me and both of my knees are pussing. So of course I can't go to court. That's a good one. That is a good bingo.
So I knew that was going to end up on a weekend, and I knew you guys was closed, so I was just going to wait until Monday or something like that, or I was trying to call pre-trial services, and I was trying to get a hold, to my attorney, and it was going straight to voicemail. So I'm as well that that my body has been in a lot of pain, I don't know.
Tell me, how is it that you ended up coming into custody last night?
I was walking around the shelter trying to find some home, pouring down rain.
Mr. Feigelson, anything else for Mr. Gary's bond today?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Gary, I do not have your new court date in front of me. That will be set when the clerks come in tomorrow. At this moment, due to your persistent failures to appear, bond is set at $10,000 cash surety. Conditions are, I think, all the same conditions you had before. You must attend your court dates. Do not leave the state without permission. Do not commit any crimes while released. Notify the court if you change your address or telephone number. Report to pretrial services. Do not use alcohol, marijuana, illegal controlled substances. Do not possess or purchase a firearm. Do not engage in harassing, intimidating, stalking, or threatening behaviors.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us new bingo board, please. Thank you. All right. It's about to get a little tense, guys. Just breathe. Breathe. This is not your problem. He could. I am not reading that word, Sally, because, it's 2 words. Psoriasis. Yes. He must have eczema or psoriasis. See, psoriasis helped me because all my life I'd had really long hair. And maybe a year ago, I had to cut it so that it would hide my neck. And now I don't have AC and I have short hair. All right, it's about to get tense, but this is not your life. Don't internalize the tension, guys. Here we go.
Gloria Pearson versus Rebecca Jean Johnson. Can I have names for the record, please? You will need to unmute.
Rebecca Jean Johnson.
Gloria Pearson. plaintiff.
Thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for a discovery hearing in this matter. So
You hear that correct right there? This woman is probably completely in the right. She's probably going to win, but I don't want her to. I want the other person to win because no matter what the judge says, she's like correct. Like she's allowing the judge to explain it that way, or she's giving her personal, permission for this to happen this way. And, the judge doesn't need her to tell her she's correct. The judge knows that she's correct. She's the judge.
parties were before me in a small claims hearing back in April. What was that? April 25th. And
Correct.
consent judgment was entered. There were to be installment payments of $380.67 per month beginning May 1st.
Correct.
And I believe this was all filed because Ms. Pearson, you were stating that Ms. Johnson did not adhere to the agreed upon payment plan.
Correct.
Okay. Have the two of you had a chance to have a conversation about this?
At this
No, I
point,
blocked her because she harassed me.
at this point, I don't feel like we can have any communication. Rebecca has proven to be someone who is proven not to be credible.
Okay. So we're not getting into saying anything about each other at this point. Okay.
Okay, fine.
What I'm going to do, if the parties are not able to communicate or exchange information with each other at this
Correct.
time, impression that I am
Correct.
getting, then your next hearing date will be set in front of the judge.
Perfect.
So, okay.
How do I submit my evidence?
So you can call the 14B district court and speak with the civil clerks. Okay. You can also go on the website. The email addresses for the civil clerks are there.
Okay.
But I might suggest calling first.
Okay.
So. Okay, then the court date in front of the judge is going to be July 25th.
Okay, perfect.
That will be
Do we have a time?
yes, 2 p.m. over Zoom.
2 p.m. you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then anything else from either of you?
Yes, I would like to know, how do I start charging her late charges for late payments?
If you're taking me to court, you
And
can't
then I
do
also am talking right now.
Yeah, no, okay. So we're not going to do this. Okay, this is not going to happen right now. The court can also not give you any legal advice. So I would suggest that the two of you should consider consulting with counsel at this point.
Hi,
Okay.
Kelly.
Okay.
Not a problem.
Thank you. Both of you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we got one more that is interesting. And I cut the first part out because the first part is interesting, but it's really not that interesting. Yeah, I think she sells houses. I just would never buy a house from her. No. Remax. She works for Remax, I think. So this next one, I cut the first part out because it was long. It was interesting, but long. All right. So what happened was, I think this was 10 days ago. What we're seeing right now. Well, 11 days ago, she had a sentencing. And she spoke with her lawyer before the sentencing and during the sentencing. She spoke, I think, to the prosecutor for something. I don't know why. And she spoke to the judge while they were doing the sentencing. So she spoke to a lot of the people in the court, a lot of court officers of the court. And no one noticed that she was dead drunk. Okay. So they do the sentencing. And then after the sentencing, then they notice, wait a second, she's stumbling, she's slurring. She functioned perfectly during the sentencing. And then they noticed something was wrong. So they sent her to get a test. And she blew a 2.1, I think, or a 0.21. Sorry. Hi, Sharon. So the judge scheduled another hearing immediately for 10 days ago. So now we're watching the hearing on what's going to happen because she came to court blind drunk for her sentencing. And everybody got a chance to speak. And then the judge said to the prosecutor, what do you think? Do we have to redo the whole sentencing, or are you okay with it? I'm sorry, it was the defender. Her lawyer said, you can talk to her all you want. She's fine. I talked to her. She understood what happened yesterday. She remembers what happened yesterday. So I don't think we have to redo the sentencing. So that's where we're at. Now the judge is about to speak to her to see what she thinks about everything.
Ms. Kirkpatrick, have you heard everything that the lawyers and I have been discussing?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ms. Kirkpatrick, we were in court here at the 54B District Court yesterday, and at that time, you, according to the information I have before me now, were intoxicated, and we were here for an important hearing. It was a sentencing. Sentencings are always important. In your case, you received a jail sentence where the court imposed a term of incarceration that I consider to be very serious when I take away someone's liberty. And I did that while you were severely intoxicated. So I have several layers of concerns, but first of all, Ms. Kirkpatrick, do you remember and recall being here at court yesterday?
Yes, I remember, Your Honor.
Okay, and do you remember the conversation that you and I had when I asked you what you wanted me to know before I imposed sentence?
Yes.
And do you think that what you told me was impaired in any way by the fact that you were intoxicated?
No.
Would you tell me anything differently if I were to resentence you again?
Oh, so the court case from 11 days ago where she was intoxicated and she was sentenced, they either didn't post it or they took it down already because it's not there.
Not really. Yesterday when, I got sentenced, I figured I was going to be done with that. I was happy with even though I did have to go to jail, you know what I mean? I was happy with the outcome of the sentence just because I do have a child out here and I'm just trying to get back into the regular world. So I don't believe that I was in any way. I understood everything.
Okay.
I wouldn't go for a resentencing, but completely up to you, Your Honor. I felt like we should just stick with the sentence that I have now and just not, drink, or when I do get out, I would seek help.
Thank you, Ms. Kirkpatrick. Ms. Vachon or Mr. Watson, Mr. Cornish, anything else you'd like to inquire on the record?
No, Your Honor.
So Mr. Easterly, anything you would like the court to inquire of Ms. Kirkpatrick?
No, Judge.
So the court is, given Ms. Kirkpatrick's answers today, is satisfied that she, at a .21, which raises its own concerns, was actually functioning yesterday and does have a memory of the events and was able to participate and did have control over her responses to the court. And as she said today, she wouldn't have changed those responses and has nothing more to add. Nonetheless, this court is still concerned not just with Ms. Kirkpatrick, but with the court, the justice system, and the respect and the perception of the justice system. And I am not comfortable saying that a sentencing hearing where I imposed a jail sentence that I consider significant, where a participant was a .21, was good enough and was the way that the court is supposed to operate. I don't want to over exaggerate things, but I do feel that there was a level of, if not making a mockery of the proceeding, that proceeding certainly is not how court proceedings, serious court proceedings where people's rights are being determined, are supposed to be conducted. So I am going to order that we will resentence Ms. Kirkpatrick when she is clear and sober. And we will, Ms. Vachon, unless Ms. Kirkpatrick wishes to, we'll do that in person, as Ms. Kirkpatrick has the right to do. So we will get a next date.
So you're gonna sentence me to more time than what you just sentenced me to?
Ms. Kirkpatrick, that is not at all, I mean, first of all, inappropriate. You are not supposed to, you should address questions to your attorney.
Ms. Kirkpatrick, we can talk after the hearing.
But I'll just state for the record that the court has not said that Ms. Kirkpatrick is being held in contempt, which would be a separate proceeding. Certainly could be appropriate under these circumstances, but that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm interested in is protecting and maintaining the decorum and the respect for court proceedings. And it's not about you, Ms. Kirkpatrick. It's a broader concern that the court has. So if Ms. Vachon, you can discuss that more with your client, but I made myself clear there. So Monday, June 17th at 2 p.m. Mr. Easterly, Ms. Vachon?
Yes, Your Honor, that works for us.
Thank you.
That works as well, Judge. 2 p.m.
2 p.m. and we will be here, the court, and we'll make sure that Ms. Kirkpatrick is transported, and we'll see everyone then. I thank you all for your patience here today, and thank you for your appearance. Good luck, Ms. Kirkpatrick, and we'll see you on June 17th.
She mad. She should have gotten new charges. Coming to court drunk is contempt of court. Oh gosh, here comes efficiency. I love efficiency. Boom. Yeah, so she's mad, which she should be happy because she's not being held in contempt. Looks like she's on her way to being held in contempt, though, you know, with her attitude. Oh man, we got one with attitude coming later today. I'm just nervous about the video later today, guys, because it's in Albany. And you guys just, not you guys, but you guys just hate the audio. And I get it. I understand the audio is not great in that courtroom, but it's really good. This guy has attitude. He has really bad attitude, especially towards his parents. And he's a way adult. He is not a child in the slightest. But anyway, that's later today. Later today, video coming out. I just love it. I love it. I didn't voice over it yet, but It's already good. Hope it's not my son. Fozzie, all you gotta do is just type in Google, how long until July 3rd? Fozzie wants me to open up another window so my Judge Fleischer clip later starts to glitch, which it's going to, because it just will. Oh, I hope I can get my computer back soon. I'm just walking around like Sinead O'Connor singing about it. Okay, it's time, guys. So 2 days ago, Fleischer had court. We did part of it. I'm going to do the other part now. Again, I didn't see the little boy. And I don't know how I missed it. I don't remember which day it was, Thursday or Friday. But I missed it. I think I can play it, though. Hold on. All right, I'm going to put Fleischer on while I try to figure out how to play that clip.
This offer was given to you in January? That's, so it took you 4 months just to get started?
That was because I had to situate my paying thing. I have
That was right. She had trouble paying for the classes, so we just needed, we gave her extra time to be able to enter into it.
But 4 months is unreasonable. That's just too long. And your case is now 220 days old. I'm ready to set this for trial. It's too long. How often are you going? How often are you going?
I've been going a lot. It's just
No, you have to go every week. Not, I've been going a lot. I've been missing one or, no, I'm done with this now. Absolutely finished. You now must report here on a weekly basis to show me that you are in compliance. The next time you miss one class, you're out, and I'm not putting up with this anymore. You will be immediately set for trial, and everything, all this goes away. When you have the heart, you can achieve anything, Ms. Smith. That's how life is, really.
I'm trying my best. So with the babysitter situation.
You've now been given, and we have extended you 4 months to be able to get 16 classes done. It's now bordering on unreasonable. It's now, I have to sit here and going to have to babysit you on a week-to-week basis. I'm done with it. It's way too old. You must go once a week for 18 weeks, or you got to get it started. If you now miss a class, that's over. I have to put a stop to it at some point. Do you understand? You must go from now on every week, at least one time a week. If you miss one class, you're out. So Connor, let's set this every Friday from now on. We'll set this for let's do, when are your classes? What day? Okay, let's set this for every Thursday to make sure that she's going to her class. She must provide proof on a weekly basis. If you don't come here, because your class is on Tuesday, but your court is on Thursday, that is enough time for you to get proof to Connor. If you've done your class and you could provide proof to Connor, I will waive your appearance. But if you have not provided proof to Connor that you have attended the class, and I'm not going to take your word, we must have physical proof in like a piece of paper showing that you've attended. If not, that's it. You must be here. And if you don't appear, I will issue a warrant. Do you understand that? All right, that's it. So we'll set you every Thursday from now on.
And then Judge, I also have proof that her mother's funeral was yesterday. And she's also been going to AA meetings with Early Bird Recovery. Does
she have the proof that she's done the AA classes?
The NA classes, yes. So she did them. She sent me screenshots of them saying, if you need attendance verification, please send your name and email to this number. And then she sent me screenshots of her asking for the verification. So that we're just in process waiting for them to send the verification to her. But I do have all the screenshots of her asking for it, and
I don't care about asking. She should provide proof like some kind of paper, you can get it if you really want to. Ms. Almiron. Verification that you've done NA classes.
I did virtual. So that's why I was submitting the request to get verification for the virtuals, because yesterday was my mom's funeral. The day before that was the wake.
It's
But I was
always
still-
something. It's always something.
I did the classes. I've been passing all of my UAs. I'm doing everything that I need to do, and I'm dealing with the open CPS case. And I'm doing the counseling with CPS, and I'm doing their UAs too. I'm trying.
This will help you with your CPS cases, Ms. Almiron. I'm telling you.
I understand, but I don't know how to sync in your test so they can get that too. So I'm doing everything separate. I've never done this before. I have take accountability. I just want the effort to be shown that I'm willing and I'm doing it. And I know what's at stake.
You were supposed to write down when and what time and where you did it.
I did.
Where is it?
Also the screenshots, the Zoom. I sent the Zooms. I sent the ID and the passwords, and I sent them, they're saying my name and stuff. I spoke. I did
Show me
all
what
of
you
that.
have, Connor.
You can just swipe off from that.
He just handed the judge his phone and said, sure, swipe through my pictures. Go for it. Now he's going to jail too.
This has nothing. It just tells me that.
It's the group chat, it's them acknowledging me. I did the speaking. The one with, it's like the group chat and they're stating my name and they're telling me like, cause I was speaking. So I was on the Zoom chat and I was telling my story about everything that I was going through and I was doing the speaking and they're just showing support and they're just telling me like, hang in there and stuff like that. And they were sending me the numbers. So if I need a sponsor, I can obtain a sponsor that they're willing for all of that. And I mean, like I said, I submitted requests for verification. I didn't obtain anything, but I did
It doesn't show me anything. It just shows me that, thank you for being here. Thank you for being where. It could be a circus. How do I know that's an NA?
The message
How do I know that's NA? It could be a circus performer.
I have an app and it just shows me all the meetings that I can do. And then I don't know. Oh my God, I'm trying.
Okay. All right. Like you really can't take a screenshot of an NA meeting. You really can't. Like that's way against the rules, isn't it? Isn't that like really, isn't the A part of that anonymous? Isn't that what that stands for? And all their names are in there. She just showed the judge a list of names. And I'm glad, we didn't get to see it, but you can't, she can't do that. I don't know. All she had to do was keep a little log. What she did. Oy.
I'm immobile, I can't drive. So I can't go to the in-person ones. Unless I find a ride, my sister works, that's who I'm staying with. And they're too far.
See through the jury box in summer. Jury box.
We have a plea judge on Joanna Morales. May I bring her up?
Yep.
Ms. Morales, please come on.
6 days with 2 days credit.
Is it on docket today? Okay, I see it. Yeah. You said 6 days what?
2 days credit.
Good morning, Ms. Morales.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You worked out an agreement. They're offering you 6 days in jail credit for the 2 that you've already done. Understand that you're entering into an agreement where this case will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do, ma'am? Understand, Ms. Morales, you'll now, from now on, be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any cases that you picked up. You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense, man? Guilty.
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. Follow the agreement. I'm assuming that the felony case is going to be dismissed as a result of this.
Yes, it is, Judge. In addition, I was speaking with Ms. Morales regarding her financial situation. She is in the process of getting Medicaid. She's also going through a disability attorney. She takes medication for seizures, and she has a mental.
All this stuff. Don't get into a car if you have these types of issues. God forbid you seize in the middle of I-45, you create a complete pileup and you kill someone. Who gets charged with murder? Who gets charged with murder? Right. There actually was a case a couple months ago where someone seized in a car, killed someone, and they ended up getting charged with felony murder. Do you remember when that was? When?
It was about a month and a half ago.
If you know that you have a potential of seizing, don't get into a car for any reason. It doesn't matter if you're on your best behavior. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. The last thing you want is to seize on 610, even if you think it's controlled. Do you understand? Good luck, man. Thanks, man. I'll roll for you.
I appreciate it, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I did speak with Ms. Tracy, and we were able to confirm that he was compliant in his GPS monitor.
No issues.
No, and I sent you a screenshot from his officer.
Well, I mean, I trust you. If you tell me that he's in compliance, then, you know. Okay, so I'll allow the first one that you said, okay? But we need to know what time, because he doesn't have unfettered access all day,
Yeah.
right? So what time is the appointment?
Let me see, the 24th is at 1300 hours, so that's 3 o'clock.
How long is the appointment going to be?
And I'm uncertain as to how long it's going to be, since he hasn't been able to go. But in his appointments, it's where he gets benefits, his mental health evaluation, and his, let me see,
So
medicine.
I guess will you do me this, two things. First, reach out to him to see how long does it take to him to get to the appointment?
It would help, he is present today, so he can
Come up.
provide that information. I'm gonna help fill in some gaps.
What's the cost number, please?
Yes, let's see, card number 2500727. Gonna see about the details of your do all that you need to do for that one appointment. How far it is from house to the.
Pete and repeat. Pete and repeat.
So, how far is it from your residence to the VA? And it's VA hospital, right?
So this is the VA on Old Spanish Trail, right? Which VA are we talking about?
Oakland.
Yeah.
On Old Spanish Trail, right? Okay. How far do you live from this place?
State,
Rice Krispie treat from Fozzie.
It's right now? Yeah.
That's where you live?
Close to it?
About 45, 30 minutes or
From
something.
the hospital?
Cause you know, you gotta take 288. And 45, they be trying to go.
And it's at 3 o'clock. So. Yeah, on the way home. They need to be over by 5. They close at 5.
They actually close at like 4.
But people who are there that need to be, they're there till 5.
So you're not driving, are you?
So I haven't drove
Your wife drives you?
My wife drives.
Do not drive. Good. I want you to know, you drive, that's about the worst thing that you can do. You understand, Mr. Baker? I'm trying to determine how long it takes to get from the VA to where you live. How long does it take you to get from your house to the VA?
From my house, it probably about like 35 to 40 minutes.
Okay. So, and then how long is the appointment going to be?
The appointment's like, if they set it for 1 or whatever time they set it for, you see them exactly when they set it. And then I'll probably be in there, depending on which one it is. If it's a doctor's appointment, then they might want me to do x-rays and all that. So that one, I really don't know. It'll probably be like,
You wouldn't know?
Exactly what appointment you're going to, Mr. Baker. I'm not giving you time just to go dilly-dally.
I'm going for a doctor's appointment, I'm going for mental health, and the third one, I don't know what it's for, but I just.
Only talking about the first appointment on the 25th,
The 24th, I'm sorry.
24th.
That's the appointment for, my doctor's
That was my
appointment. It
evil
should be no
plan.
longer than about like an
Now you
hour,
must stay
hour
and
and a half.
watch
Okay, so let's do,
her.
and you said it's at 1, right?
At 1300, so 3 o'clock.
She is.
Wait,
Is that,
1 o'clock,
it's
sorry.
1 o'clock, right? 13 is 1, right? So let's do 11:30 to around 3 o'clock. Just to give or take, he's got to be home by around 3.
Thank you. And regarding the one-on-one appointments, we don't have any specific written proof yet, but the only thing I can provide is that Mr. Baker was explaining that the PO officer sends a text message of when the appointment will be the day before. He does have proof of the
So
messages.
just keep me in the loop.
Okay.
You know how to get a hold of me. You can always Zoom as well, and we
Oh,
can
okay.
chat via Zoom, so you don't have to come here if it's easier for you. That's
Okay.
why we have it, just to, so,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to come here, just to make it easier for you, Zoom in, and we can communicate that way.
Perfect, yeah, I was gonna say, I'll be sure to do that.
So
That way you won't miss
let's
his
start with
appointment.
this one. When you get more information about the next one, just Zoom in,
Mhm.
talk with me, and then we can work it. Tracy's here full time, so we can.
Tracy, Victoria, Melissa, you've got to tell these lawyers that that thing sitting on the table is a frickin' microphone. So if they keep rubbing their paperwork all over it, that's all we're gonna hear. How they don't know that, I don't know. But you got to tell them this is a freaking microphone. Don't rub your paper on it.
Can always on the spot modify.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And then on the 24th, he'll see if he can get his appointment. That's usually at the 25th, 27th on that one.
Just get a hold of us. Yeah. Mr. Baker, this is not unfettered access to do whatever you want. This is for you to go to your appointment and then go back home. All we're asking you to do is behave yourself. That's it. You understand? Don't pick up any new cases. Don't veer off, because we're going to know about it. And then, I mean, if you break our trust now, I'm really going to lose. All right? All right. Good luck, man.
Judge, can I be clear that we're changing it just on that one day?
Correct.
On the 24th?
Correct. Correct. Right. Okay.
Thank you.
And then just more after that, just come let us know, and then we'll.
Once we get,
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Pete and repeat. Or who's up?
Gian's being nice to Melissa right now. Are you taking really good care of her? We miss her. So be really nice to her. Go buy her some flowers or something.
I think Pete was here first, Jeff.
Well, I think they have,
We got Mr. Vasquez for a plea.
Okay.
This is my wrongly convicted fella from burglary of a coin operated machine.
Oh, Mr. Vasquez, I remember this gentleman, the guy that keeps picking up, he picked up an aggravated robbery, didn't he?
Yes, Your Honor, which we are not pleading true to. We are
allegedly tried to run someone over at a 7-Eleven because of lottery tickets or something or
I
other.
think it started with him trying to get away, and then that person might have been gotten in the way, and then I think the allegations are my client that carried that a little forward more. But yes,
Mr. Vasquez, how's jail?
Not good.
and he ain't getting out.
You know, have I gave you my spiel about prison? You know, I get special stuff that I get to read just because I'm a judge, right? I get to see stuff, I get to go places, and I get to look at special things just because I'm a judge. And I'm telling you that I've read stuff of what happens in Texas prisons, and it's so damn scary. It had me in damn near tears because of what happens in prisons. It's so bad in some places that officers won't even go there. And the people who go into there and treat other humans like pieces of garbage, pieces of trash, like a freaking rag doll. I'm telling you, it literally had me in tears because it was so bad. That's what happens in Texas prisons. It's so bad for you, young, short. Imagine your worst nightmare. It's worse than that. That's what happens in Texas prison. You know, we as a society don't ask for much, but when it continues to happen over and over and over, and now with what you got, and you were out on bond for a serious case as it was, and now you picked up a freaking Agron.
She's a miracle worker. Yes, she
Begging for it.
is.
Begging for your worst freaking night. With us, you've got the burglar of a coin-operated machine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 30 days in jail, credit for the 25. Right. Obviously, we're not going to go on the Berg on the Agrod. So, but he does have technicals, so that way we'll just do that. And
Yes, Judge, I think it's 2, 4, and 8. So it's not reporting for one.
Pick one.
Oh, no, it's already alleged 2, 4, and 8 inside of the paperwork.
So you want to go on all three?
On those 3, yes, Your Honor. So 1 is the new crime, which we're not taking on.
Right. Okay. So as part of, you were placed on probation for this burglar of a coin-operated machine. You're facing a year in jail. As part of this agreement, you're telling us that it's true that you violated this probation. Is it true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will find that it's true that on number 2, you failed to report to community supervision on May 2024, failed to present verification of employment. You've also failed to participate in a mental health evaluation. I will sentence you to the 30 days. I will give you credit for the 25 days that you've done. This will now end up as a conviction on your record, Mr. Vasquez. And, you know, I don't know if I'll see you anytime for a long time in the future. I hope I don't, but at some point, we got to get a hold of you and let you know that what's happening out there is just unacceptable. It's unfortunate that it probably has to go to that route, but best of luck to you, man.
Behave yourself, Jen.
Kendrick Tyler, Your Honor.
Oh, it's Kendrick, his last name. All right, Mr. Kendrick, you were placed on probation for criminal mischief. It's come to my attention that I guess it just didn't work out between us. So you now am, I guess, pleading true to the fact that you have violated that probation. Is this in fact the case? Okay. Do you have a copy of the motion, I guess? I don't know.
But it's 90 days with 222 days credit.
So the allegation is that you failed to avoid contact with Stacy Butler. Is this true or untrue, sir? Okay, I'm gonna find that as true, and I will sentence you to 90 days in jail. I will give you credit for the time that you've done. Understand that this will now reflect as a conviction on your record. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any cases you pick up, so be careful, sir. Okay? All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks. Just go to the corner and buy, you know?
Judge, generally speaking, with medical cards, they're actually very selective. So with things like PTSD, they are granted, but it's usually the veterans. I've seen that. I'm trying to find it, but I don't know how to test the legitimacy of a card, but it's very difficult.
Right. I just, in my experience, you can go buy a negative drug test for just about anything, So,
but a medical card.
this is the first time I've actually even faced a medical marijuana card here with us in relation to a DWI.
Sure. So those actually get scanned into every dispensary. Those dispensaries have a database with, I believe DPS or another law enforcement agency, but that's actually regulated. So even if, in the example, she had a fake one, for example, if she were to go to the dispensary with that fake one, they'll get flagged immediately. I mean, so they run those IDs. I know that much. I don't know how to check the
Are
legitimacy.
you under the care of a psychiatrist at this point?
With the doctor.
I'm sorry?
Doctor.
I need you to speak louder.
With the doctor, I spoke.
What kind of, you reek of weed now. Do you not? Does she reek of weed now?
I don't smell anything.
Okay. Are you under the care of a psychiatrist now?
It's my doctor, where my doctor is.
What kind of doctor is that issued that?
It's the number is on the card.
What kind of doctor is it?
It's a Texas marijuana doctor.
Is it for mental?
Texas marijuana.
I have the card. I have the card. It's on the card. What is?
Is it for your mental condition?
Yes, my PTSD.
I get that. Is it an MD doctor? Is it a podiatrist? What kind of doctor is it? Is it a psychiatrist? I need to know if you're actually under a psychiatric care where you see someone on a regular basis, or is this something that you can just go to and see him one time, pay $20, you get a card, and then you're on your way for the next 5 years?
Sure.
My concern is that you're now charged with the DWI. And so the last thing I want is you to continue to use, and then you get in a car and you do further damage. I know you're going to say no because everybody comes here and says,
I don't even drive. I'm scared to drive. You said don't drive. I'm not driving. I don't even drive no more. I catch lifts. I don't even drive at all. At all.
And I wish that I could believe that.
Yeah.
But everybody here tells me the same thing. Like I told you, everybody tells me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods. And then when they get out there, they're completely different people. I don't know you. I've never met you before. So I can't possibly just believe you because I just don't know you, right? All I know is that I've asked you, or I've ordered you not to use, and you have used anyways. So what I'd like to know is are there other methods to address the PTSD?
I could ask. I could.
Is this a long-term approach? Is this a short-term approach? Are you in the long run doing more damage than good by just continuing to smoke marijuana? Because what are the long-term effects of continuous use of marijuana on a repeated basis? I think if I remember reading correctly, but I don't think it's a positive. It's not a positive benefit if you continue to use on a regular basis for a long period of time. You may be doing more damage than good to your brain. I don't know. The only thing I have an issue with, I want to keep the public safe. That's all I want.
Have you already signed an affidavit of non-driving in this court?
She has. Yeah. John, I've never been faced with this issue before. What I'd like to know is,
I can try to reach out to the doctor, get a progress, get some more intel for you.
If this is something that she sees the doctor on a regular basis, the doctor knows that she consumes and how much she consumes, and the doctor says that it's okay to use that much consumption, perhaps I'm okay with it. Let
me have some time. I'll chase.
Yeah, and I'm down. Look, I'm not going to put you in jail. I want to know, number one, is this a legitimate doctor, or did he go to like Punka City Medical School, right? Is he even a real doctor? That's what I'd like to know. And if I know that it's under a really controlled situation, then perhaps I'm okay with it. Okay?
I'll find all that out.
Get
for
with
you.
John. He'll help you direct on how we can get to the bottom of this, okay? You've tested negative now, which is kind of a surprise for me, but that's good. Just be safe.
That's awesome,
Don't put
Colette. That's
don't put the
awesome.
public in danger. That's all I'm asking you to do. All right.
Judge, previously there was already a reset. Can we just keep it on that same reset date?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
All right. Good luck this time.
Hi, guys.
Speak English, sir.
Yes.
Good morning. You are Enrique Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez, you're charged with 2 counts of assault. You're facing assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail on each of those cases and/or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 30th, 2024, officers were dispatched to address for a disturbance call. They spoke with Ms. Alvarez, defendant's father, who had injuries to both sides of his face, a swollen eye, and blood on his jacket. The complaining witness, his mother, had a scrape on her right elbow and a bruise on her calf. There was blood on the driveway and on both of the complaining witnesses' clothes. Defendant's father lives at the residence. He advised the defendant asked him for $1, and the complainant told him to get to work. The defendant went outside and knocked over a potted plant. The complainant witness.
All of this for $1.
The complainant went to pick up the plant, and the defendant struck him in the face with his fist. Complainant felt pain. His mother stated that the complaining witness started fighting, so she attempted to stop the fight. Defendant kicked her in the leg and pushed her to the ground, and she felt pain.
Mr. Alvarez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with this, both of your cases. Sam, where do we go from here?
Just would like a bond set, because there's no bond set at this point, and he's been in custody for, I believe, the last 3 months on the continuous.
Wow, really?
Yes, so I think we're gonna have to figure out what it is we want to do on this.
It's jail.
Well, I've just been doing my.
Just, you know, you have some serious anger issues, man. I don't know why. You have an ag rob, another ag rob. You had that continuous. Got to do some soul searching, Mr. Alvarez.
Yes, sir.
You know, that attitude or the anger, all it does is lead you to jail. Over $1 leads you to now 3 months of your life have been ruined for $1. I would hope that you do some soul searching back there so that we can get to the root of the problem so that you stop coming back. You know, I don't know. What do you guys think as far as a bond? Pavel?
$1.
Sure.
We would ask for PR bond.
I'm not going to grant the PR bond. I just, you know, you scare me, Mr. Alvarez, really. You do, because with the prior 2 ag robs, and it's mom and dad, you know, I mean, really. How many times they change your diaper? How many times they put up with you? Really? I'll set it at 3,000 each. Yeah. Mr. Alvarez, I don't know if you're going to bond out, okay? But if you do, you're not to have contact with your mother or your father. I'm also going to issue orders for protection on each of those of your mom and dad. So if I can get this thing to work.
I hear you, Judge. I hear you.
So Pedro Alvarez. and Maria Garcia de Alvarez, they're both now will be identified as protected individuals. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against them. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is a stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. Sam, tell me, has there not been a bond in the felony cases?
It was set at 60,000, I believe.
Okay.
And he did not make it.
Right. Do you have anyone to bond you out now, Mr. Alvarez?
I've been given his sister's number. He says that I think she's the best person I have to get in touch with, but he doesn't think she'll be able to make it.
You know, these are things that you have to think about before making a move when you're out in the free world. If I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? If you don't have anyone in this world that's going to bond you out, is it worth it? You know? I think that at this point, probably would be best is let's get a TRAS done. You know, there's no sense in having him just languish in jail for nothing.
Right.
So let's do an expedited TRAS. Let's see what they say, what would be the best way of going through this thing. You know, I don't want to keep you in there forever. That's not the goal of here. We don't like to just keep people in jail, but we need to get to the root of the problem to figure out where the anger stems from. Once we get to that and figure out and deal with it, then you can go ahead and live your life and work, make money, and perhaps get married and have kids, you know? But the last thing we want is you to get out there in the real world and, God forbid, have a child and release on that child. That's not what we want. So let's address this anger issue. Let's get to it. And if they have a proper diagnosis, and if you're honest with them, because that's what it takes. Be honest with them. Speaking of which, on the honest TRAS, is he here today? Fleischer?
Yeah, I'm back there.
Okay, so we need Mr. Brooker. Hopefully he'll show up, yeah. Be honest, and then we can work something to get you out and deal with all these issues, huh? But if I see that you're honest, it's not gonna go well, because we have this issue with another inmate now where we had a TRAS and it came back and it was completely just, we know it's bogus.
Okay.
Work it, be honest, and then I'll help you out, Mr. Alvarez.
Yes.
Okay? All right, so let's expedite it now so we don't just have him sit and wait.
I'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. My computer is really struggling with that, so we're gonna have to end that one there. But I was able to get that. I downloaded it from Linus. Linus took a screenshot of it. And it's right. It's just a heartwarming Judge Fleischer moment.
Good morning, young man. How are you?
Good.
Would you like a lollipop?
I want a lollipop.
No, you don't want a lollipop?
No.
Look. I have so much candy, young man. You can have, let's see, what is that? Sweet tarts. You can have a Tootsie Roll pop.
We sent him some of that, guys.
Oh, I have jelly beans. You want some jelly beans?
Not those.
You can have as much candy as you want. I'm a chunky. Here.
What's your whole name?
Becca, happy birthday.
Oh, nice to meet you, Becca. And you have a cupcake too. Wow.
It's the cupcake from Judge Ross across the hall.
Fantastic.
I just wanted to.
It's nice to meet you.
Okay. So that's my grandson. It's the only grandson I have. I'm 7 children. I only have one grandchild.
Only one.
And Mr. Bernstein and my Lenny Kravitz.
That's right. Do you like being and coming to court?
Because you get candy. You get cupcakes, right?
Every time you come here, I will give you more and more candy. Okay? So come as much as you want, and we'll give you as much candy as you want.
I'm on my way.
We want you to have a good time.
Well, Not Papa, abuelo.
Oh, sorry, brother.
Abuelito.
Abuelita. Okay, we'll see you next.
Okay, have fun, my friend. Hey, does he want to see the jail? Is he too young?
He's too young.
Maybe he doesn't get it. Yeah. Is he 4? 4.5?
Ask him about it.
How old are you, son? 5 3/4. That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hey, he's on it. He's on it. Good job.
That's how tall I am, by the way. I'm 5 3/4 inches tall. When someone asks me how tall I am, that's exactly what I say. I'm 5 3/4. Oh man, does he want to see the jail? That was so funny. Okay, guys, if you're here to see court videos, it's over. My computer has had all it can take, and I still want to voice over my video for today, so I have to calm it down a little bit so that I can do that. I know it's only 5:50. It's not even 6 a.m. But still, the stream was still an hour and 20 minutes long. I mean, that's pretty darn good for your buck, guys. Yeah, the hamster's tired. But any day now, the hamster's going to be put down. I'm going to divorce it for a newer model. Any day now, guys. Any day now, maybe even today. I mean, all they have to do is switch out a motherboard, right? No, I'm putting this down. I'm going to go straight to voicing over this video because I love it. It's so cool. So I'm not going in Discord today. I'm going to do this video and then I'm going to try to get an hour of sleep before court. And if I oversleep, I deserve the warrant. If I oversleep, I deserve it. Oh, is that Melissa and Ramona right there behind him? I think so. We get to end it on seeing Melissa and Ramona, but not Victoria because the camera doesn't touch her. Which, if I was Victoria, I would appreciate that the camera doesn't touch her. Oh, thanks, Colette. HRH, I'm excited for July 3rd only because I can't read that, guys. Does that say 21 or 2? Is that 2 with a lot of exclamation points? Or 21 with a lot of exclamation? It's 21. Oh man, my girls both turned 21. I thought I would have a drinking partner. I thought I'd be able to go out with my girls. Nah, they just can't be bothered with alcohol. I didn't raise them that way. I absolutely didn't raise them that way, but they can't be bothered with alcohol. It has to be like really one of those thickening, sweet, girly drinks before they'll even think about it. And it can't taste like alcohol at all. I get really, really mad when my alcohol does not taste like alcohol. I mean, that's when me and the bartender go out back. Boom, 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 boom. I will, Kelly, I will. But my son is going to turn 21 in December. And then I'll be able to drink with someone, maybe? I don't know. I will take a swig of mouthwash before going into court. That is a great idea. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you, everybody in comments, too. I read them, and I appreciate it, and I love it. I think Jay Fire is just trolling us, guys, because every time I say, okay, guys, that's all for the videos, there's Jay Fire saying, I'm here. You know what? For this time, I'm going to start all over for him. I have plenty of time. No. I can't Jay Fire because no one will stay to watch them all over again because my computer is really choppy now. Soon the audio will go out. Hey, American Courts is here. Hello. Thank you, American Courts. Chai, your rain prayer worked. Legal got rain. Oh no, guys, legal got rain. Oh, legal, I'm glad for you, but that's horrible. That means poor Melissa drove the whole way to Georgia only to hit rain. Legal, you were supposed to take care of her. You were supposed to take care of her, and you let it rain all over her. Please find her. She's around somewhere, and give her a real nice peach. She'll appreciate that. All right, before anybody else new pops in that we have to disappoint, it's time to go, guys. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Last call for alcohol. All right, that's good. Thank you, legal. Oh, that sounds good, J Fire. Thanks, guys. I will see you all in a couple hours because I'm putting a video out, and then tomorrow. Bye, Vibers. Carolyn, love you. Michael Psycho, see ya. Bye, Sarah.